Welcome back to Score on Business. Our next guest is Thom Coats, and Thom is a SCORE volunteer and also works with Century 2, an outsourced human resources firm, a PEO. And he's going to talk about information needed as you begin a business and as you start having employees to basically stay out of trouble. So, Thom, what's the most important thing a new business should know from the HR perspective?
There's two big things. The first thing is there's no such thing as under the radar screen. As soon as you hire your first employee, you fall under federal and state guidelines. You can always be sued, so there's no such thing as under the radar screen. The second thing is that a business owner, an employer, needs to have a good working definition or understanding of employment at will.
Okay.
Because I hear all the time that we're an at-will state, which means we can terminate anybody for any reason, doesn't matter. Not so much.
Okay.
It may be the law, but when you apply it, no. And this is very general, and the HR professionals are probably going to cringe, but here's the basics. If you look at it, there's only 3 legitimate reasons to terminate an employee. Now, an HR department is going to be concerned with 2 different things. They're going to be concerned with SUTA, or State Unemployment Insurance, SUI, and litigation. So if you look at those 2 concerns, the first legitimate reason is a true company layoff. Let's say that God forbid you should lose one of your big accounts. You have to lay some people off. They'll get unemployment, but it's a layoff. They really shouldn't get unemployment. They really don't have room for that. Get on litigation. You shouldn't win that. The second one is policy. Now, that's why HR professionals talk about handbooks so much, because if you don't have rules in writing, you don't have rules. There's no such thing as, hey, I've always told the employee this. Verbals don't count. So the violating policy is the second reason. If you terminate based on policy, you should win both of those unemployment claims and the litigation. You notice I said the word should.
Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure you caught that. All right, so a handbook has answers those 3 vital questions that the court's going to ask. They're going to ask, how did the employee know the policy? Is it in writing? Prove it. So the policy, the second reason is violating policy. Now, the third reason, that's when it becomes difficult, because that's performing below standards. And so if you look at it like a 3-legged stool, for visuals, the job description, which every small business owner will tell you, hey, we have to do everything, so I can't write job descriptions. Every job has a description. So it ought to have the who's exempt and non-exempt on overtime, the essentials of the task, the physical requirements of the task. So you have that leg. The next leg is performance review. Now, business owners typically don't like doing those for a couple of reasons. One, the false assumption that it means you're going to give the guy a pay raise. Performance reviews and pay raises are separate things. They don't have to go together. So the performance review is vital. People don't like doing them also because they can see it as an I got you or an uncomfortable, which really the employee is not a mind reader. Good employees deserve to know why. Underperforming employees also deserve to know why. So performance reviews are crucial. The third leg to the stool is progressive discipline. And see, that's what most people do first. They'll write an employee up because they're not doing what they're supposed to do. But how can you write somebody up if you've never given them the task description to begin with? So that way it won't stand up. So if you have the 3-legged stool going and you have the 3 parts of it, you have a better chance of winning that unemployment claim and also winning that litigation claim. So if you have those components, that's why HR professionals spend so much time in those areas, and That's a rationale. So when they tell you that these things should happen, now you understand why.
Okay. Okay, and with that, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break, and want to make sure everybody remembers we have great folks here on the show. We have many folks like these guests that want to help you succeed. Please check out our website and reach out to us, scorenashville.org. We'll be right back.